there. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you are here. Yes, y'all, we have made it. We have made it. It is December 31st, 2024 as of this upload, and it is the final day of 2024. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I'm not sad about it. Look, 2024 has been a good year for a lot of things. It has been most definitely a very challenged year, I feel. I think a lot of people, including myself, really went through it this year, and we are really looking forward to a new year with new possibilities and hopefully new wins of some sort. But, not all things are all negative, right? I mean, there are so many things to be grateful for. And I find myself, really reflecting on that quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, maybe every day all this year, but definitely over the last couple of weeks. So I've really just been so grateful for a lot of the opportunities and things myself that I've been working on. And, also too, just actually being here with you guys, right? And uploading videos and talking with you and sharing with you, chatting about all kinds of things under the sun. And I've really been enjoying that. I have definitely look at it as a plus, as well as how we build, our community up this year. And, I'm just so happy for the, one of you that have actually, subscribed and continue to stick around. And for those who continue to subscribe, be part of this family, part of this community, I am so blessed and so thankful for that. And I just am looking forward to so much more content and, just stuff to talk about and discuss in the new year and beyond. And yeah, so I would love to know how you are doing. Are you excited for the fact that we are now coming to an end with this year? Are you excited for new things coming up next year for yourself? Drop them down below in the comment section. I would so love to know how you guys are doing as well. For me, one of the things I really enjoy is resolutions. I love doing resolutions, New Year's resolutions, but for some reason, it seems like over the last few years, that's become almost like a naughty word. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know why. Now, here's my thing. I absolutely adore goal setting. I love having a direction to go towards. So for me, setting goals, being organized in those goals and achieving those goals is a great thing for me. But do I get twisted up if I don't achieve a particular goal? Not necessarily. It probably depend on what it is, and if I can look back on what I have done to try to achieve that goal, and if I have done all that I think that I could have done, then that is what it is, right? You can only do what you can do. So I personally enjoy a good resolution. That's just for me. But I particularly look at it from the perspective of a few category of things that I want to try to achieve something in that element of, and those things can range from self-care to a particular professional goal I would like to achieve, to a particular personal goal I would like to achieve. And it could be whatever I want it to be, right? And at the end of the day, I'm the one setting it. So if it doesn't happen, I'm the only one that I could talk to about why it didn't happen. I don't have to worry about someone else breathing down my neck because I didn't achieve this particular goal, and that's the one thing about resolutions, in my opinion, is they're fluid. I mean, you can adjust things whenever you need to, pivot whenever you need to. I just don't feel for me that I look at it as a dirty word. I think it's a great thing to have something to achieve and strive for. But I do understand for some individuals who may feel like maybe it puts too much pressure, or maybe you get too down if you don't achieve those goals. And sometimes it can be hard to say, well, then find something that you can actually obtain. Because at the end of the day, obtaining the goals is a great thing as well. But you don't want them to make them so easily obtainable, because then is it really a goal, or it's just something you're doing to check off a box and say, hey, I did that, and there's plenty of room and time for that, of course. But when you're really trying to achieve certain things, you're trying to, clear certain objectives, you want to try to challenge yourself. And I guess that's what I enjoy. I do enjoy a challenge, because I feel like within challenge, you can grow, right? I think that you evolve and you become better at whatever it is that you're working towards. And sometimes those benefits really check through the rest of your life, really different parts of your life, that is. So yeah, if you are a person who just absolutely says no New Year's resolutions for me, drop it down below. If you're someone who says no, I'm cool with them, drop those down below. I would love to know. I probably should do a poll and see how many of y'all really like to do them or feel any kind of way about them. Me personally, again, like I said, I love a good resolution. It's fine. And guess what? If it doesn't happen and I don't meet that goal, I just tack it on for the next year, or I reevaluate if it's even a goal that I really should be going for. Things change and evolve throughout the year. Sometimes things are happening through the year that you don't know is going to happen, right? Until it gets to that point. So with that being said, I am super ecstatic about just being here and just hanging out with you guys and really just sharing more. I wish I could do a recap and review of the entire year here with you guys. Maybe that'll be something I'll look to do in 2025. Hey, maybe I'll make that a resolution. But I've just really enjoyed it. And I hope that you have enjoyed your time here with me as well. I just love having my little spot on the internet here where we can just kind of chill out, relax, and go over all kinds of things, recaps, reviews, and worthy news. And I just really enjoy doing that. So in addition to that, in the spirit of New Year's resolutions, I thought, well, what could I do to kind of equate something of that essence into something that would be kind of fun here on the channel? And I thought, well, you know what's always great is to hear a good recommendation of a movie or a TV show or something like that, right? And for me, I actually enjoy taking time to relax and binge watch movies. And I found myself this season doing a little bit more of binging on Christmas movies, which I haven't done in a while. So I had a great appreciation for that. And since Christmas has now passed, and which I do hope you had a beautiful one, well, now we're in the New Year's, right? And I thought, well, what kind of movies? There's got to be some kind of movies that are themed, New Year's themed in one way or another. So I came up with a small list that I thought I would share that I thought was some really good recommendations. A couple of them that I haven't seen yet myself, and some that I probably will go and binge again, and some that I have just recently saw within the last week or so. So it was kind of cool that they hit the list. So if you have not already, definitely hit your pause button and get yourself a cup of whatever you like. We're going to sit back. This is a relaxed New Year's Eve type of video, and we're just going to go through this list. And of course, I would love to know what you think are top bingeable movies that you find really interesting, fun, enjoyable, whatever the case, that kind of surrounds the theme of New Year's Eve. And drop those down below because, obviously this is a small list. There's so many movies out there, so I'm not going to capture all of them. But if you've got some recommendations you like that are bingeable, go ahead and drop those down there. Because sometimes, when you're going around and looking at what you're going to do for New Year's Eve, some of us are going out, some of us are going to church, some of us are going to stay at home, some of us are going to wait until midnight for the ball to drop. And so at the end of the day, there's so many different things that we could be doing during this time. And of course, if you're looking for something to just relax, watching a movie is a great way, or a series or such is a great way to do just that. And these are good movies that will carry you through the rest of the week as well. Because New Year's, starts New Year's Eve, but I always look at the first week as kind of dedicated to that time frame. And if you have an opportunity to have a little bit of time off of work as well, this is something that you can kind of easily do and maybe have an enjoyable time doing it. So with that, and no further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to knock out. And of course, I need to bring up what my trusty cheat sheet is going to be in order to give you a little bit of synopsis of each actual movie. And again, like I said, some of these I've seen and some maybe not. So we're going to go ahead and go through with that. Also, too, it's a little windy outside. We just can't catch a break sometimes. So hopefully the reception and everything will go well. We won't have any glitches. But if there's a little bit of that, this is why. This is sometimes just what it is. Bane of my existence sometimes. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the first one. And let's see, that puts us on the list for The Color Purple, the 2023 version of The Color Purple. So let's go ahead and get into that. Now, the synopsis is I am actually getting some of this information from is from yahoo.com entertainment and goodhousekeeping.com as well. So The first one being, again, The Color Purple 2023 edition. The Color Purple brings a vibrant and melodic reimagining of the classic film. It combines the narrative with a wonderful music ensemble starring dynamic talents such as Fantasia Barrino, Haley Bailey, Taraji P. Henson, Danielle Brooks, and more. The production weaves a soul-stirring tale of resilience, self-discovery, and strength. The Color Purple stands as a celebration of the power of music, inviting viewers to be captivated by the journey of triumph over adversity. And where you can watch those, or that movie, is Max, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube TV, Apple TV, and plenty more, they say. So yeah, I mean, I have not gotten a chance to watch this version of The Color Purple. I did see the original one. And so I did hear great things about this movie. If you have seen it, I would love to know what your thoughts were. Definitely drop it down below. It may be one that I'll look up and see. I mean, I've got Max, so I might take a look at it and yeah, take a moment. I don't do a lot of musical movies too often, but every now and again, if I'm feeling it, I'll go ahead and pop one on. So I think that this may be one I will give a chance to, and so we'll just have to see. But it does apparently, knowing if it has, certain threading of the original one that comes from, as well as all the new things that I've heard, it does seem like one of those movies that you could, sit down for a holiday evening and just kind of chill out and binge watch it. All right, so let's go on to the second one. And that is Eddie Murphy's Coming to America. And this one, I believe, was 1988's version. Now, I saw the new one that came out, I think, a couple years ago. And I thought that was really cute. So if you got to see both versions, let me know. But yeah, this one, for those of you who may or may not remember, this is definitely a classic. It stars Eddie Murphy, and he leads this timeless classic movie that follows an African prince on a quest for true love in Queens, New York, filled with humor and cultural insights. Coming to America is a reminder that love knows no boundaries. It is fitting theme to kick off the new year with laughter and a sense of possibility. And of course, areas of where you could watch it is on Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, Apple TV, and more. And of course, Coming to America was such a big deal back when I was a kid, and I've seen it a few times since. And I think I saw it maybe about maybe 6 months ago or so. And it is still just as funny as it was any other time that I've seen it. It is a great movie. It's a great laugh. It's fun. It's festive. It's colorful. It's just all those wonderful things. It's humor. It's heartwarming. It's really a great feel-good holiday time or any time of the year movie. And for sure, as you're entering to the New Year's, it gives you that optimism that is so needed in everyday life, that allows you to feel like go for what it is that you want, whether it be in love or romance, love associated. Finances, business, whatever it is you want to do, professional, personal, whatever, go for what you know and, enjoy the ride along the way. So let's go on to number 3. The next one is, we do not skip that one. One of my all-time favorites, which is Brown Sugar. I absolutely love this movie. I actually just saw this a few days ago. I watched it twice, back to back. This is my movie. I love Sanaa Lathan and I love Taye Diggs in this movie. Sanaa Lathan is one of my favorite actresses, and she just does great work. And this was such a great movie. It is timeless to me. I think that it is one of those very cultural-based movies that you could just feel. And I love a movie that you could feel. It has a lot of soul. It has a lot of warmth attached to it. It has the love and romance that I absolutely adore. It has the humor. It's got a lot of funny parts in it and a lot of relatability in that movie. So it is definitely one of those coming of age movies that's already come of age, so to speak. And I absolutely just adore it. It has great grounding. The foundation of it, the roots of it is such a good premise, and it's so relatable. And, I'm from New York, so therefore I absolutely enjoy, and also from the Bronx. So therefore I'm equally excited about this movie and what it has to offer. So if you have not gotten a chance to see Brown Sugar, which I don't know where you would have been, but if you have not, you should go ahead and catch this one. It actually came out in 2002. So yes, I guess it can still be considered a bit of a classic. Definitely a timeless one though. So let's get into the synopsis of it. Basically, Taye Diggs and Sanaa Lathan headline this romantic comedy that delves into the world of hip hop and friendship. Brown Sugar takes audiences on a journey through music industry, exploring the complexities of love and loyalty. With a smooth blend of humor and heart, this movie is an enjoyable pick for those seeking a feel-good film to ring in the new year. And where to watch? Amazon Prime Video, Peacock, Apple TV, and more. I am not 100% sure if where I saw it on, because I didn't see it on either one of these. So I either caught it on Hulu, or maybe it's on YouTube. Not 100% sure. It also could be on Netflix too. That's why and more. But yeah, this is a great movie, and definitely if you've already seen it, you can see it again. It's a great bingeable movie. It also does encompass holiday times within the film, which they encompass Christmas. I want to say not Valentine's, but more or less like Thanksgiving, because it came out in November of 2002, if I can remember correctly. And yeah, so it encompasses Christmas and New Year's. So yeah, it's just a really good feel-good movie. You really should check it out. It's very, for those who enjoy the 1990s and early 2000 time frame, this definitely encompasses that as a great example of the joy and laughter I wish that we still had from that time. So yeah, that was a good one. So definitely on my list of continued bingeable movies. So the next one we have is The Pursuit of Happiness. And this is also a very heartfelt movie. I'm sure that probably a lot of you have seen this, but if you have not, most certainly you should watch this autobiography. It is based on a true story. And it is a great movie of fortitude, resilience, and just not giving up hope and looking for that pursuit of happiness. And with all the obstacles that this father and son duo had endured, it is amazing to know the depths of this true story and what it took to get to their pursuit of happiness. So let's go ahead and get into the synopsis of this one. It came out in 2006. It was a star-studded movie. If I'm not mistaken, it was a blockbuster of a movie. It was starring Will Smith. This movie tells the true story of Chris Gardner. He was a struggling salesman who faced homelessness while trying to build a better life for himself and his son. The Pursuit of Happiness is an exploration of determination, resilience, and happiness against all odds. It is a motivating film to kick off the new year with a spirit of perseverance. Where to watch? Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, and more. And I would say that definitely this movie has it all. It is one of those movies that you just get yourself a nice bottle of whatever, a nice snack of whatever, and just sit back and relax and just take it all in. It is such a good movie. It is well worth the watch. And definitely if you're into the whole just heartwarming type of setting, this will give that to you for sure. So yeah, let's go on to the next one, and that is going to be Girls Trip. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite movies. It is hard to believe that it came out in 2017. It is one of those movies that just forever timeless. I actually just saw it a couple of nights ago, and I enjoyed every bit of it again. It's a funny movie. I found myself laughing throughout the entire movie, and it's just one of those movies that will never get old. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get into the synopsis of this one. Now, 4 college friends embark on a wild weekend in New Orleans and a girls trip. This unapologetically bold comedy movie celebrates the unbreakable bond of friendship and the liberating power of letting loose. As for a Black Hollywood powerhouse, this movie doesn't disappoint. Girls Trip injects infectious laughter and carefree energy into your New Year celebrations. And where to watch? Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, and more. Yeah, it was definitely a movie that I don't think will ever get old. It was just so fun, and it makes you really want to spark up for some of us to go do our own girls trips with our friends and go do something and hang out and just have a good time. New Orleans is a good time. I've enjoyed my visits in New Orleans, and so yeah, this was such a great funny movie all the way through. It doesn't take much to just sit down and relax, and you don't have to think at all. Let them do all the thinking and giving you all the good laughs. This movie is definitely one for the books for me as well. I'd hoped that we would have gotten a girls trips too. I do remember that there was a lot of conversation about it, but the way things have seemed to go a little awry with some of the actresses on here, I don't know if that will ever happen, if we'll ever see that again. But if not, this is one for sure that will be stayed in the vault. And I will pull out from time to time for sure, because this is definitely a keeper of a movie. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, Waiting to Exhale, another wonderful classic. I absolutely adore this movie. Who does not remember Bernie hitting up that, yeah, you see right here, burning up that car, right? Because look at here, you don't get to do me wrong and think you're going to get away with it, right? Best movie ever. It really is on that list. So yeah, let's get into, I mean, honestly, it's a classic. It's well known. I'm sure many of you guys have watched it, but it is a good one for a bingeable element because it does encompass the holidays and all of the different faceted situations these ladies were going through. And of course, it has such a star-studded cast, and it was enjoyable, it was relatable, it was fun, it was just all the feel goods. And it ends on New Year's Eve, when the ladies kind of come together in such a way that they are moving forward in their lives, getting rid of the things that no longer serve them, which is a very prominent statement to this day that you should be following, and putting that all behind them and walking into the new year, ending that year with all that and walking in the new year together in happiness and just forward movement. So yeah, very refreshing and just a great movie all the way through, heartwarming, touching, all of those things. Definitely love this movie. And so yeah, let's get a quick synopsis for this one. So now Waiting to Exhale came out in 1995. It is one of the most iconic throwback movies following the lives of Savannah, Whitney Houston, Robin, Layla Roshan, and Bernadine, Angela Bassett, and Gloria, Loretta Devine. And the movie shows the four friends navigating their careers, family, and romance. It's the perfect holiday movie to watch when bringing in the new year. Places to see that is Disney Plus, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, and more. So yeah, definitely a great throwback classic. I am probably going to find some time to watch it before the end of this week myself, because I love a feel-good movie. All right, so next up we have Are We There Yet? Starring Ice Cube and Nina Long and many others. I saw this movie, I think, a couple of times. I know they had like maybe 2 movies for this, and it was cute. I remember being a really cute movie. So if you've seen this one and you liked it, definitely just throw it down in the comment section. But let's go ahead and get into the synopsis on this one. It came out in 2005. Says there's no better movie to watch on New Year's Eve than one centered around the holidays. Are We There Yet follows the budding love story of Suzanne, Nia Long, and Nick, Ice Cube. In an attempt to win her love, he offers to drive her 2 children from Portland, Oregon to Canada. The trio go through a series of ups and downs during their journey, but Nick refuses to be deterred. Where to watch? Amazon Prime Video, YouTube TV, Apple TV, and more. Yeah, it was really cute, and I do remember that. And of course, it's that whole classic where the kids just really give him a whole new lesson in life, but he perseveres in the end, and they do become a family. And then that leads us into the number 2. So if you've seen this movie and enjoyed it, definitely drop it down below as well. Next up, we have, this is just skipping things here. I don't know what was the next one after that? All right. We're going to go to a little bit more theatrical. The Phantom of the Opera. This is a 2004 movie. Now, I've always known it, obviously, as being an opera itself on, actually performed in the opera format. Never seen it in the movie format. So I heard that it was really good. I remember it being one of those classically good movies. I just hadn't had a chance to see it myself. I think I will actually take a watch. And if you have seen it, I'd love to know what you thought of it. Definitely drop it down below. So let's see what it is referencing. So basically, The Phantom of the Opera for the movie version came out in 2004. Says, who would have thought a movie adaptation of one of the most iconic musicals would be on this list? As it turns out, the story of a young soprano becoming the obsession of a mass musical genius comes with all the components that are perfect for a New Year's Eve marathon. The songs are memorable, the costumes are incredible, the romance subplot gives the viewer chills, and there's a big party held on New Year's Eve. What more could you possibly want? And ways to watch is on Amazon Prime Video. And yeah, so if you have seen this one yourself, I would definitely love to know your thoughts, because I think I will probably see if I can take a gander myself and stream it and watch it. It looks like it would be a good one. It is one on this list that I had not seen. And so, yeah, I definitely want to check it out. And so we're going to go for that myself. All right. So next up we have, we're going into the cartoon world. The one for the family. A lot of the ones that we just talked about are family oriented movies as well. Oh, opera, the Phantom of the Opera, maybe not so much, but a lot of the other ones we talked about, definitely family friendly movies. But this one sure is, kind of pulls and tugs at the kid at heart. And if you have children, this is probably one that you've seen or one that you could, watch with the kids as well. And it's Snoopy Presents for Auld Lang Syne. And of course, that's the traditional New Year's Eve song that after we see the ball drop, we all sing in unison. So yeah, this is really cute. Obviously a lot of us have grown up with the Peanuts, in one form or another. I love a good holiday inspired themed Peanuts movie. I love it all. I feel the same way when it comes to, like, when you do Jetsons or the Flintstones or any type of cartoon that they can make into a holiday movie and play it at night. I think it's always cute and fun. I actually enjoy doing that with my nephew and watching those. Sometimes I would save them for him, and then we sit and can kind of binge them a little bit together when we had the opportunity to do so. It was always fun to do that. And yeah, so this is one I would have liked to have on the list at that time and been able to watch. And who knows, I might crack open and check it out myself, just for the kid in me. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into what this synopsis has for it. And so it came out in 2022. It says, here's one you haven't watched a million times already, considering it debuted in December of 2021. When the Peanuts gang is sad that grandma can't visit for Christmas, they're determined to throw the best New Year's party ever. And the special is only available on Apple TV Plus, which also has a 1986 classic, Happy New Year's, Charlie Brown. And of course, again, where to watch is Apple TV Plus. And yeah, I love a good Peanuts cartoon. I think it's great. Snoopy, any of them, it's wonderful. I like the Muppets too. So yeah, those are all childhood funs for me as well. So yeah, I might try to see if I can check that out myself. And just kind of just feel with a little child in me. So let's see. Next we have, I believe, is The Best Man Holiday. Yeah, and this of course is a classic. This one actually is a 2013 number 2, because we did have Best Man as the first one that was out in 1999, I believe, and we had wanted so much for there to be a sequel, and we finally got one in 2013, so many years later. This was also very fun, heartwarming movie with iconic scenes, iconic performances. As you can see up here, they had a new edition performance the guys put on and the ladies got to sit and enjoy. Of course, it had the same type of heartwarming conversations, arguments, all the things that you learn to kind of expect from watching The Best Man. It was a lot of fun. Of course, there are some an area where things turn a little bit, and but there was still love surrounding that situation. I don't want to give it away if you haven't had an opportunity to see it. And so sometimes it's a little hard for me to watch it because I'm just like, no. And I definitely like to watch movies that are centered around the holidays that are all happiness. But it still was a good movie, of course, and definitely it showed the perseverance and the continuation of life beyond, and looking forward to those new things in life. So that's always a good way to represent New Year's as well. So yeah, let's get into the synopsis if you're not already familiar. So after nearly 15 years, the popular franchise from Malcolm D. Lee returned, giving fans an emotional yet funny update on their favorite college group. Through the years, a lot has changed in their lives, but the holidays brings Lance Morse Chestnut, Harper Tay Diggs, Candace Regina Hall, Quentin Terrence Howard, Robin Sanila Thon, Jordan Nia Long, Murch Harold Pernay, I think how you say it, and Mia Monica Calhoun back together. The movie follows the group of friends as they heal from their past and support each other through the highs and lows. And of course, The Best Man, I don't know, it's called The Final Years or something like that. I'm not really sure, but it's got another subtitle to it. It's actually on Prime, I believe, too. So that's your third right there. And I haven't got a chance to binge that particular because it was done in a series format, but I will be checking that out. Now, Now, where to watch? They say it's Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, and more. So yeah, this is just a really great movie. Absolutely wonderful movie all the way through. Did not disappoint at all. And lastly, I wanted to share what I consider a bonus movie because I don't hear enough about this movie. It is a great movie, though. Oh my gosh, I have been binging clips of it on YouTube, so now I am going to go and actually go watch it in full view because it is such a good movie. Absolutely a great, great movie. And it is A Journal for Jordan. Now, this movie is very touching. It's very heartwarming. It's very lovely all the way through. It is so full of relatability in a lot of ways. It is an absolute gem of a movie. It was actually directed by Denzel Washington. I don't know if this is his first directing debut or not, but he did an awesome job with this movie, of course, and everyone else behind the scenes for it as well. And of course, the actor and actresses that are on it as well did an absolute wonderful job with this movie for the clips that I've seen. So I know when I watch the full form video, I'm going to probably be in tears, but it is such a good movie. And of course, myself being a combat veteran, this movie is about a combat veteran and his, well, I honestly want to call him his wife, you know, and their partner in life and the how they got together and just all of the things associated with that, with so much love between the two of them, and then having a son, and then what happens later on, and what actually encompasses the journal that is then presented for Jordan, which is their son. And so I don't want to give away anything of the movie. If you have seen it, feel free to share down below if you enjoyed it yourself. And if you haven't, I definitely say this should be on your watch list to binge. It is so heartwarming, and you will not regret it. It is a very, very good movie. I only wish that I had actually saw it in the theaters, because I would have definitely went to the theater to go see it to support, because we always stream things and all that kind of stuff. But I tend to like to go to unproblematic movie theaters and enjoy watching things on the big screen and giving my support through that way personally. So I enjoyed that, and I wish that this is one that I would have done that or had the ability to do that. Considering it was 2021, it was a little iffy for me on whether or not I wanted to actually be around a lot of people, and we all know why, what was going on in the world at that time. But it is such a great movie, such a keeper. Definitely should be part of your treasure trove of movies to watch whenever you want to pull out a good movie. Definitely say that you take this one out. So let's go ahead and give you a little bit of synopsis that was shared. So it came out in 2021. It is basically referencing a deployed to Iraq First Sergeant Charles Monroe King starts to keep a journal of love and advice for his infant son. Back at home, Dana Kennedy, a senior editor of the New York Times, revisits the story of her unlikely life-altering relationship with King and his enduring devotion to his beloved family. Places to watch: Stars, Hulu, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, and so many more. So many ways to get a hold of this movie, and I highly recommend that you do that. Definitely one for the ages. Absolutely a wonderful story, wonderful book. I am so appreciative of them putting this together, really, and sharing this story. And yeah, so I don't want to give too much away, like, again, because if you haven't got a chance to see it, I definitely want you to have the opportunity to watch it. But it is a good movie. So yeah, I think that rounds up my list of top bingeable movies. I do hope that you enjoyed just hanging out, and I hope that you do take an opportunity to, for sure, take a look at some of these movies. And if they're already on your list of movies that you tend to watch in the holiday season, or you have any favorites on here, or you want to add anything to this list that you think would be great for people to take a look at if they peruse the comment section, definitely drop those down below. I would love to know myself. And yeah, what are your favorite bingeable movies? And that would be so cool to know. And if you've seen any of these, what your thoughts were as well. But oh my gosh, again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for just all of your viewing and listening support. I so appreciate it. I so appreciate you. It's just an absolute pleasure of mine to be here and just hanging out with you. And I'm just so glad to be doing that. And I'm glad you've been, hanging out with me as well. I cannot believe that we are at the end of this year. I do not know where this year is going. I feel like it's just on a race to I don't know where. And it just feels like life is so much passing you by. So please, please, please definitely make every moment count. As we all know, tomorrow's not promised to us. So we definitely want to make sure that everything that we do is with an intention, and that we take an opportunity, as difficult as it may be sometimes, to stop and smell the roses and appreciate the things that are around you, the people that are around you, and also appreciate the things that you do and what you bring to the world, to society, to your family, to your friends. All these things are so important and so easy to kind of get swished under the rug. Sometimes when we're in that hustle and bustle of life, we forget to kind of just sit back and just say, hey, I did that, and then be proud of that. So definitely make sure that you are taking the time to do that. And of course, I hope that you are going to be safe and have a beautiful New Year's Eve. It can be crazy out there, and people still do unscrupulous things and things that make no sense. So definitely, when it comes to being out there and hanging out, definitely be safe. And and I want to see all of you back here for 2025. I am super excited, as you can tell, that we are wrapping up this year. I cannot wait to see the ball drop in a few hours. That makes me feel like it's official. I did not watch the ball drop, and that was intentional last year. So I thought, well, maybe I'll go back to the old things that I would do, and that is watch the ball drop. One of these days, I'll actually want to see this particular ball drop in person. So I have to work that out sometime in my future. But yeah, for sure. Thank you again so much for being here with me. I appreciate you, and I just hope that you are all having a wonderful holiday season, enjoying yourself, and taking care of yourself, and just enjoying the time that you have here to just reflect and enjoy. So with that, I think I'm going to bid you adieu. Again, I appreciate you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again. So if you are new here and you have not had a chance to subscribe, I hope that you will become part of the family, be part of the community. I would so love to have you. And definitely make sure you have your notification bells on, so that way you don't miss any of my future uploads, because I will have many of them coming down the pike. And as I like to share my thoughts, I like to know yours as well. So with that, I am wishing you a beautiful New Year's Eve, a beautiful New Year's Day. You take care and be blessed. And thank you again so much. And until next time, bye. Hey, you remember me?